This is Michael Knorr. In our continuing series on forgotten architects, let's remember Jacques Benedict. Jacques Benedict worked in Denver in the first half of the 20th century, and while not exactly forgotten in Denver, in fact he's quite revered, he did not enjoy a national reputation and was not widely published. I think of Jacques Benedict as one of the last of the gentleman architects. Prior to the 20th century, architects tended to come out of the ranks of high society, and that's where they got their commissions, from their wealthy high society clients. Some of them pursued other interests and only dabbled in architecture. You might think about Thomas Jefferson as an example. With that in mind, let's look at the work of Jacques Benedict. Jacques Benedict's clients commissioned stately homes in Denver's toniest neighborhoods, Capitol Hill, Country Club, Cranmer Park. Having attended the École des Beaux-Arts in Paris, Benedict learned, and never forgot, the proper rules for classical architecture. Benedict also seems to have borrowed from other sources. The English architect Charles Voysey was a contemporary of Benedict. His country estates were widely published, and Benedict certainly would have been aware of them, and it's reflected in his work. Benedict would also have been aware of Prairie School architects like Purcell and Elmsley of Minneapolis, also widely published. Prairie School architects tended to consolidate windows in broad horizontal bands. We see this repeatedly in Benedict's work. And Benedict even amplified this horizontality by frequently adding horizontal bands of stone trim. If not organized in horizontal bands, Prairie School designs would often pierce a wall in a regular rhythm that kept the fenestration organized and balanced. Another technique that Benedict frequently adopted. The use of terracotta or stone embellishment at entrances was another Benedict trademark. This type of decoration was not unusual for the era, but Benedict pulled it off with creative panache every single time, just as Benedict paid attention to every detail on the face of his buildings. Though Benedict is most known for his residential projects, he designed a number of equally fine, high-profile public buildings, including one fantastic unbuilt design intended as a summer White House in the foothills of the Rocky Mountains. If I were to offer any criticism of Benedict's work, it would be that his interiors are unremarkable. Though finely crafted, they break no new ground spatially, showing little awareness of the revolution and 20th century architecture that surrounded him. Benedict's interiors are locked in the formative Edwardian years of his life and rely on interior decorating for interest rather than architectural effects or inventions. The legacy of Jacques Benedict is in his firm control of the exterior aesthetic, perfectly balanced and executed with aplomb, panache, and confidence. Now you have met Jacques Benedict.